Today's actually been a bit of a tiring day, so I've got a lot to get through, but I'm going to have to do it in sections. And so I'm going to have to record short little video clips, then stitch them all together into one big video clip so that it'll look a bit disjointed. Sorry about that. This tiredness is killing me. Today I had my PIP assessment. It's an experience that I wouldn't want to put anybody through. I just felt like I was being judged by a person that wasn't familiar with me, wasn't familiar with my condition, and didn't really listen to the answers I gave. The one that struck in my mind is, can you plan a journey? Well, the answer is yes, I can plan a journey, but I can't plan a journey. I know how to get from A to B, and I know what trains and buses to get and things like that, but that's it. That's as far as I can plan. What I have to actually do is plan all these journeys around toilet stops and rest stops and things like that, and that's what I can't plan for, because there's no information anywhere that I can find that tells you that. So unless I can actually physically plan a journey around that, I can't take that journey. She didn't seem to be that interested in it, although I'll wait and see. We'll see if I get this PIP benefit. That's for another day. That's this little section out of the way about the PIP benefit. I've got some more to come in a while. I was first diagnosed with N.H.L back in 2012, Christmas Eve 2012 to be honest. Yay, Merry Christmas me. What a Christmas present that was, being told you had cancer. Within 3 months I had radiotherapy on this side of my neck because I had a very unsightly lump. The radiotherapy wasn't medically necessary, but I had this lump here. Every time I looked in the mirror it shouted at me like I had a badge that said I've got cancer, and it really started to get me down, so I chose elective radiotherapy to get rid of the lump. What I didn't realise at the time, and what became apparently clear very shortly afterwards, is the radiotherapy worked. 3 sessions of radiotherapy and the lump disappeared. Unfortunately, so did most of the saliva glands on that side of my neck. This has left me with 2 very serious problems. The first one is that I've got a constant dry mouth and I have to take medication for that all the time, which I'll go through you with in the next section. The amount of medication, I've got a pile over there. The amount of medication I've got to take is phenomenal. The other problem it left me with is that because my mouth doesn't produce anywhere near enough saliva, I'm getting a dry mouth talking now, because my mouth doesn't produce enough saliva, there's the sugars and the acids in food that I eat aren't neutralised. Natural saliva neutralises them, so I have a terrible problem with my teeth. My teeth are rotting at an extraordinary rate, and the only thing I can do about it, I have to visit a dentist every 6 weeks now, and the only thing I can do about it is just wait until they fall out and then get plastic ones. That's another joy in my little world that I'm not looking forward to. Right, let's go through the start of some of my medication. Here's the first one, biotin gel. What I have to do with that is I have to spread that on my lips every night at bedtime so that it keeps my mouth dry overnight. It tastes absolutely disgusting. It's so sweet, it's unbelievable. Next one, Salivex pastels. What I do with those is when I get a dry mouth, like I am at the moment, I've just had a suck of one, is I put one in my mouth and I suck it and it stimulates saliva. They work pretty well. Actually, they're quite nice, tutti frutti flavour. Next one, Glandosane, or as my mate says, gob in a can. It's a spray can of artificial saliva that if my mouth gets really bad, I have to have a squirt of it like I'm going to do right now. Let's take out the patient inspection leaflet, give it a shake, and there we go. That's it. My mouth starts working again, so I have to use these 3 products daily just to keep my mouth moist. Right, I've got some more to come. I'll do the pain relief next, but I need a little break. Here we go with the pain relief. These are my prescription painkillers. Cocodamol, 15 milligrams of codeine along with 300 milligrams of paracetamol. Ibuprofen, 400 milligrams. I end up taking those maybe twice a day. At night time I have to take amitriptyline. I can never spell that correctly, for to ease the pain overnight and help me sleep. If the pain becomes too much, tramadol. Yes, tramadol, it's an opiate. Although I can't take this within 4 hours of taking the codeine, so I have to sometimes guess when I'm going to be in pain. If all that fails, I have the ultimate painkiller, morphine. I hate this stuff. It really puts me on a different planet. I really don't like taking it, and I will not take it unless absolutely necessary. However, morphine, as well as getting me off my head, does come with another downside. Yep, I have to have a laxative because morphine gives you constipation. It's just stuff to relieve the effects of the stuff to relieve the pain. And I'll tell you what, some days none of that lot works, but I've got to be very careful about those because I've got lots of instructions about what I can and can't mix. Like I can't take tramadol and morphine, I can't take tramadol and codeine. So I have to, I've got the knack now of having the pain and then living with it until it's unbearable and taking the morphine, or I take the ibuprofen and cocodamol to dull it down. It doesn't take it away, it still hurts, I just dull it down. That's my pain relief, and that's only a tiny part of the medication that I've got to take. There's more coming in a second. One of the things that I don't do is I don't learn. In that last video section I was waving my arms about quite badly. That has just started my shoulder off. I'm now in quite a bit of pain, and I've had to take some codeine in the hope that that will quieten it down so I can finish. Right, where are we? My other medication. Right, what have we got here? Finasteride tablets. Yep, what they do is they are long-term reducing the size of my prostate, which should sort my urinary incontinence problems out, which I'll come to you in a minute because that's a bit personal. I don't really want to mention that, right? Not right now, I'm going to. Tolterodone tartrate. That's to take away the urge to go toilet. Okay, I've got to take those twice a day. Finasteride once a day, these twice a day. Opilon tablets. Opilon is because I've got Raynaud's. In the winter my fingers go numb and I can't feel them. However, I can't take these when I'm taking some of the other medication because these lower my blood pressure, and so does the tolterodone. So I have to make a choice each day as to whether I want to put up with a bladder issue or numb fingers. Yeah, great choice. Simvastatin. Yep, apparently my cholesterol's a bit high, so I have to have simvastatin. Right, what else have we got here? Oh yeah, omeprazole. Omeprazole is for GERD. It's also to counter-effect the effects of the ibuprofen I take because that upsets my stomach, and to counter-effect one of the other tablets that I've got to take, which I'll come to in a minute. I've got these ones, alpunorol, which I'm going to take once a day. I think there's some sort of antiviral tablets that I need because I'm on chemo. Steroids, there we go, steroids, yay, you've got to take 15 milligrams of those in the morning, great stuff. Aclavor, more antiviral tablets, so I have to take one of those every day in a glass of water. What else have I got? I've got cotrimoxazole tablets, which I've got to take once a day on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday, so God knows what happens at the weekend. I'm not sure what they're for. They're either a count for one of the other tablets or counter one of the other tablets or something. Anyway, I have to take them. Right, what else have I got? I've got dexamethasone soluble tablets. I've got to take 4 tablets each morning for 3 days, starting after the chemotherapy. Again, I have no idea what these tablets are for. I've just got to take them. And the last one is doperidone 10 milligram tablets, which are to take away the feelings of nausea the chemo has given me. I've got to be honest and say that I haven't actually had any nausea so far from the chemo, so I've been quite good about that. So I haven't touched those, but they're there in an emergency. That's it. That's all the medication I have to take each day, and it is a pile on my desk there that is mountainous, and there are so many things there that I can't combine. I've got to be careful of, and I can't. I've got to do with each one and everything. Right, now we come to the last bit. I've never really shared this with anybody because I see it as a deeply embarrassing problem, but ultimately it's not. Okay, I have problems with my shoulder here. If I can, I'm going to get a copy of my PET CT scan and show you exactly what's going on inside me. I have nodes all up here which are rapidly growing. I have a massive lump of nodes all up I can't even do that all up here, which are growing, and I had some surgery to remove some of the nodes 10 days ago, and that's still a bit sore. Um, I've also got nodes down in my groin area, and they are causing me some serious bladder issues. And the serious bladder issues they are causing me is that I'm getting virtually no notice that I need to go toilet. When my bladder says I have to go toilet, I've got seconds, not minutes, not hours like most people, or like I used to have. I've literally got seconds to go, or else I start leaking. That is seriously embarrassing. I'm all right at home. That's fine. You know, the toilet. I've got toilet upstairs, got toilet downstairs. I'm fine. When I'm out on a long journey, unfortunately, the last medical aid I have to take are these fucking incontinence pants. I just can't believe that I have to wear these when I go out in case I can't find a toilet anymore. That is so embarrassing, and I'm so ashamed of it. I can't even get it back in the bloody packet. And do you know what's worse? Do you know what's worse, right? These are useless. Oh, they work. They work in the respect that when you're leaking and have those little dribbles, it don't show through your trousers, so I can actually wear light coloured trousers and it doesn't look like I piss myself. The biggest problem is it just stays there. And if you're out on a long journey, you've got to walk round for an hour, hour and a half in soggy underwear, and it is just rank. It's absolutely disgusting. So I'm now taking a couple of pairs out with me and changing, if I can find a toilet or somewhere to change. Which, if you've ever been in central London, they don't exist. I've no idea why councils took away all the toilets. I mean, you know, I've got a knack of going into McDonald's. I've got a knack of going into McDonald's. I don't learn. I've got the knack of going into McDonald's and doing things like that. But anyway, that's my medication. I just cannot believe how much I've got to take and how many different side effects. And that's it. That's all for today. I'm going to go and lay down now. So maybe more tomorrow, maybe not. I don't know. See how I feel. So I shall leave you with all that. Bye.